speaking of wheels, what we have to know is that Chengdu has had a very much a wheel about performance. Being down, now being up, 3 straight wins in a row. And the only way I think we can really talk about them moving forward is to use the most scientific method possible, the most scientific tool, the wheel of Chengdu.
Wheel of Chengdu.
Hello, we're back on this, the wheel of Chengdu, aka representing Chengdu. But we have there see the new coach at the center, Chen. There, he's going to be, his visage is going to be depicted right there. And I feel like for us to really figure out where Chengdu is going to go from here, Jane, we're going to have to do 2 spins of the wheel.
Yeah,
I will spin one, and I shall read, and we will see. Do we agree? Do we accept the wisdom of the conch, aka the wisdom of the wheel? And then you will do so much the same.
Yeah, Chengdu has been, we called them the Kings of Chaos, but it's really been a roll of the dice or a spin of the wheel about how they've been performing. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Blessed be Chen, whether or not the Chengdu Hunters are going to perform or what's coming up, what is in store for them this coming weekend.
This is how I feel like the best way to really know them. And I think, shall I spin first?
You're definitely.
I shall spin first. So let us see what Chen here, situated in the center, will give to us. And give that so far that he hasn't already given to Chengdu.
It's the wheel of Chengdu.
And now I turn because I cannot read. We talked about this.
You were making fun of me for not being able to read this.
Wins Community Countdown Cup.
Wins the entire thing.
Wins it in the APAC region, of course.
You know what? It's not completely unheard of. And, that's completely the wrong word. It's not completely impossible because they do have 3 wins. They're looking a lot better. Ameng is actually back onto ball. They're not trying to play anything else. Now, there is the slight opportunity, for things to go awry because we're moving away from the hero pools that currently exist and going to completely unlimited, which includes the reintroduction of Mei and Orisa. So if Ameng can stay on that ball, he's been outplaying people even when the opponent has a Sombra, but, if they play like Sombra, Mei, Orisa, is that Orisa returning to the meta going to be too strong, preventing them from playing what's currently finding them success, or is meta inertia gonna, allow them to maintain these compositions?
I love the reference
just
to that
for
previous
you,
word.
just for you. That's really the question. But they do have big wins here. They beat the New York Excelsior, and then the New York Excelsior, they made some changes, but the New York Excelsior beat the Guangzhou Charge, who won the Summer Showdown. So, if you look at the Wheel of Suck here, which is different than the Wheel of
And it goes
Chengdu.
into this wheel, which just follows into the Wheel of Time.
Yeah. So it's like, we don't really know how good the Hunters are. They're all in the upswing. Chen has apparently been there for like 3 weeks. They're already looking this good. So is this kind of just a temporary spike in power, the kind of thing we saw when the Houston Outlaws did their reorganization? Or is Chen just getting started with his team? But, them winning the Countdown Cup, not completely impossible.
Also, I realized that I told our producer to write Community Countdown Cup, and I realized I had mashed together two different events because I had done the Community Countdown. Remember the one for season 1 or season 2 or whatever, and then there was also the Countdown Cup, and so I had mashed them together. Much like my brains
This is
are
like the cup on the floor. One of the things, if you just don't acknowledge it, nobody in chat will notice.
But you know what? I feel like it's worth acknowledgement because it's
Never
just as ridiculous as the wheel itself. Is by putting on just the thing
Community
that's
Countdown
sort of right, but not quite right. But I do say that, with the hero pool shifting for Chengdu, and even with the new Chen at the head, as you can say, at the head. It has to be seen if they're actually going to deliver results still, right?
Yeah.
Once the metas have shifted. I mean, Mei and Orisa come back and it shifts. And Orisa's just the best main tank in the game still. If they somehow continue to have great success and maybe even continue to force ball and make it work, then
they should just give a halt, take it away from Orisa, give it to ball. Everything's good.
Yeah, obviously so.
It's not,
especially since they've, there has very likely to be any balance changes in between now and the actual beginning of the cup.
I mean, they released that weird patch that only had Genji reversion, and then they retracted the patch or something, so we don't know what's up with that.
Just yoinked it out.
Just yoink, no patch.
They just did the quarter scam, for the vending machine, where they throw it in there trying to get the free soda, and then they yoink it back out. And that was just to make Genji main sad. That was all it. And they got it. They didn't have to pay anything. Didn't have to even put a patch out. Didn't have to commit the server space.
I prefer the vending machine from the first episode of Futurama.
But that's true.
I'm going to give it a spin.
Give it a spin.
And then we'll see what the Wheel of Chengdu says this time. Now, see, this is the hard part, because I have to read it upside down.
Well, you can just turn it towards you.
It says, wins Community Countdown Cup. What do you think, Avast?
That's the universe signaling twice that they're going to win the cup.
Yeah. The community countdown.
The community countdown cup. Well,
Yeah.
the community is also involved with the cup.
Are they?
So that's the wheel
Are
says
they counting down?
they are counting down for the first Chengdu victory in a cup.
Well,
of sorts.
We cannot argue with the wheel of Chengdu.
Their voices are raised. Their voices are raised in unison, saying, "Please, Chen, lead the Chengdu hunters to a victory." And he will look down upon them in their filth, and he will say, "I will grant you this."
Do we even respin, or is it just fate?
I don't know. It depends. If we spin again, then we could throw the entire order of the universe out of whack.
True,
But we also
if we
could
spin
alter
it and we win the Chengdu countdown community cupper,
Yeah.
again 3 times that
Three
basically,
times that-
basically
it's
guarantees.
divine.
Chat, are we spinning again?
It's divine.
It's divine.
I would say get a third person to spin.
All right, Danny, get up here.
Let's go.
Okay, Danny.
We're having an editor / camera person /
Danny, give it a
person
spin.
that cut out the Chen face. Let's
The
go.
wheel of Chengdu, and it says,
What does it say?
"Oh, Ameng learns a new hero." Yeah, that's completely
Whoa,
impossible.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Danny. Thank you. So we have 2. They win the cup, and 1. They Amen learns a new hero.
Like Genji,
Could be Genji.
he could become the usurper.
He could be. He could be. Could very well be. I mean, that's what they say when they go to the they call it the super kitchen. They stand in line as opposed to the soup
is
kitchen.
this telling us that Ameng's going to actually have to play Orisa in order for the Chengdu
I don't know
Hunters?
what this means, honestly. I'm going to be real with you. Chin's face stares at me and it looks into the windows of my soul and it says, "Do not worry.